Hello, you lovely lot. How are you? Hoping you're well. After cleaning up after the sanding that I did, I'm very pleased with the outcome and how it's looking. I left you on that cliffhanger of what was going to happen with that. Obviously, I explained at the end that I'm going to incorporate it in with the design. The design is ever evolving and adapting as I'm progressing, not necessarily with regards to progressing with regards to the making of the piece, more along the lines of the progress I'm making within myself, so to speak. So yes, so the plan is now to paint all this white. I've got a Studio high viscosity acrylic, just opaque white. I'm just painting the entire canvas white, and then I'll have a clean slate, so to speak, to put the colours down on the canvas. So just going with this plain white. How is everybody? Did you manage to make a difference in someone's day? Make a difference in your own day? Change the way you thought about something? Don't forget to keep doing that every day, you know. Make yourself a better person. Make the tomorrow you a better person than you were today. Because the world needs the better people. We need to get away from the expectations of following rules and regulations for things that we don't understand and don't agree with. But the main focus being you being a better person, and you following yourself and your own true path of what you want to do in life, whatever the case may be, whether it be working in whatever field it may be in. I mean, there's so many varied fields in life, isn't there? And of course everyone's called to do something different. I used to be in nursing for many years, and I absolutely adored my job and loved my job. Working with patients was absolutely the be all and end all for me. It helped me to make me feel like I was making a difference in the world. And that's the beauty within nursing. Your difference is impactful, and you can see the results of your impact immediately. There is a... Sorry, I've got to wipe the table. I've got paint on the table. In my infinite wisdom. Bit of water. So, gosh, in my infinite wisdom, I've decided to paint the table. I've just noticed I painted it over here as well. Gosh, there's no helping me really. I'm terrible. I will clean up behind myself. I don't know how that happened, but that happened. This is why I don't do projects, you see, because I end up in a mess. I'm joking. It's about enjoying it and just having some fun with it. Good grief. I mean, nowadays, people, we have to grow up so quickly. And we don't get the chance to just be children and just have some fun. And so many people don't get the opportunity to just play and have fun. And I've I've been working on my traumatized inner child, if you like. And I've given myself the permission to have some fun. And this is how I am. This is how I've ended up, and this is where I'm going with it. And the more fun I get from it, the happier I am. The more I laugh, the happier I am. Oh, that's a bit. There we go. So, I'm not sure if you can see the bottom here where I'm working, so I'll move it slightly. So yeah, so I was just giving you an update, letting you know that I have come up with something to do with that. I mean, by the time I've repaired that, and by the time I've come to do that, you probably will have forgotten that it's there and won't notice it at all anyway. However, I know it's there, and I feel the need that I need to highlight it, because I've decided the name for this, which you will see as the after the feather has been done. This part will explain the name better than me just saying it. As you see the progression, you'll come along for the ride with me. But the name actually came to me a while ago. And it was just while I wasn't actually sat in meditation. I was just sitting there, just in the silence, enjoying the silence. There's so much noise nowadays that a lot of people are afraid of the silence, unfortunately. But it's in the silence that we can hear our soul. It's necessary, because I find that everything else is so loud nowadays. And I find that things like love and your soul talking to you are all quiet and softly spoken. Anger is really loud and abrupt, and argumenting, good grief, arguments can become extremely heated, and that's why I think it's very much a colour of red. For that, love is like a soft pink delicate colour, isn't it? So you have to think, and I think your soul is part of your solar plexus. So it's like bright yellow, but even in brightness there's no loudness to that yellow, is there? There's it still has a fragility to it. So for it to come through and for you to hear it, you need that silence. And it can be scary sitting in silence, because your mind starts to race. Of course, this is where meditation is a big thing, and why meditation is so difficult, because we're locked in such go constantly. Everyone expects results immediately, and unfortunately meditation doesn't work like that. Meditation is something where it's like you've got to ease yourself slowly into it, and it takes time and effort on your part to do the work. And even now, I can't say that I've cracked the code. You know, I can't give you a cheat code to it. The only cheat code I can give you is practice mindfulness very, very heavily. And that helped me immensely with quieting my mind and another one is RJ Spinner, Ascend the Frequencies. He I'll put a link in the description for his channel, but yeah, he has abilities to do like a cheat into completely blanking your mind and stopping all the noise, and he he has a few various ones that you can use, but one of the ones that I tend to use a lot is I don't know and I don't care, because it stops. If you don't know, there's nothing to think about, and if you don't care, then there's nothing to think about. And just take that and just sit with it. Don't think about it, just stop. And let that silence sit and see how long you can get it. And if that voice comes up slowly, you coming up, and you have a thought come up, you can look at the thought, assess it, be awareness of it though, not consciously thinking of it. Let it go, let it just drift off. If it's coming up in your thought, it's obviously something that you deem to be important or want to be important. I don't know. So, but yes, that's a good place to start, absolutely, especially if you have questions with regards to spirituality. Is not so much the word anymore, it's more what is it, metaphysics rather than spirituality, because spirituality has been hijacked by so many people and turned into something that is spun now by the standard governmental usages, I suppose, if you could say. So it's all about using your brain for yourself and figuring it out, and everybody will figure it out eventually. It's just as and when their time comes. Sometimes there are people around to talk about it, to bring awareness of it to you. Maybe that's my job. I don't know. I don't know what my job is. I just know that I'm needing to do this and just have a chat with you. I'm not sure how my abilities and strengths will come out and how they will help, but I'm just trying to make a difference, one person at a time. And if I can make one person smile every day, then I've done my job. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's not always about being out there and loud and proud and saying this, that and t'other. Sometimes it's just enough to look after yourself and your household and make sure all your family and your household are right, and that can be just enough for you. And then there's other people who will go out and make a difference in other ways, but just by you maintaining your household and your family can make a huge difference, because it's another family not to worry about, not to stress about, or not to have to go and look into to help in another way. And that's enough. Remember, you are all enough. Doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, what you are in this life. You yourself, to you, are enough. Right? For you to be you, Nobody else can do you. Nobody on this planet can do you. Even if you're a twin, your personalities and your traits are very different. You're not identical. You may be identical to look at, but that doesn't mean you're the same person. You tend to find that they deviate completely. So consequently, there's only one person that can be you, and that is you. So please remember that and be kind to yourself. You know, we're only human. We're all here to live this life as humans and learn what we can, whatever that may be, through whatever means possible. But hopefully I'll see you again next time, and we'll be moving on to some colour then, and I bet that might be a bit more interesting than watching me paint with something white. I hope you have a cracking day, guys. Look after yourselves, yeah? Bye.